And here we are. It's time for another IsoWatch episode, and I've got a pretty interesting one here for you guys today. And this is Neptune OS 5.6, featuring the Plasma desktop. Now, this released a few days ago over the weekend, and I haven't had an opportunity to look at any new distributions because I have another project that I'm working on right now for the Linux community that is pretty big, and I'll have some announcements about that coming up in the near future. Or if you just want to find out what I've been doing, just visit acupoflinux.com and you can get a sneak peek before the announcement comes up. At any rate, here we are. I'm looking at Neptune, and this is using the Plasma desktop. Let's go ahead and open up a terminal here. And it's telling me this operating system is using 534 megs on a fresh startup. This is consistent with most KDE distributions that I have seen as of late. This distribution is based on Debian, and the only difference, Debian 9 as a matter of fact, and the only difference is this offers a different kernel. Neptune also states they have, in addition to using the Debian repositories, they have their own repository for some of the software that has been included in this build. Looking from the bottom right, the standard complement of items that you would normally see at Cashew, which allows you to add widgets, your clock and calendar, your status and notifications, volume control applet, vaults, network, and it's letting me know that there are updates available. You can even pin this up so that if you want to, do something here, you can have that window still open. It'll stay in focus. Interesting how that works. And even if you tab around, that I kind of like that. Never noticed that one before. Okay. Quick launch to Thunderbird, the mail client. And this has a Chromium web browser built into it. Always nice when we see a distribution providing a link to their web page as the home page for getting support and that sort of thing. So that's always good to see. The desktop switcher here gives you 4 desktops to choose from. And then you have your kicker menu, and it doesn't use the default Plasma kicker. This is a different one, and it looks quite nice. And actually, this was one that somebody had suggested that I try out. It does have a look similar to the Whisker menu, but it's not quite there. But it is a nice looking menu in its own right. And this one also has 5 options for your panels. You have the dashboard. Okay. The standard KDE or Plasma launcher. Not particularly fond of this one, but I know a number of you love it. The application menu. I like this design more. Then you get Excalibur, which we've already looked at. And then Simple menu. And let me tell you what, this one looks cool. When you have all applications, I'm assuming this area here, it's blank, and that is for your favorites, okay? But if you roll the mouse button, it shows you all the applications and little dots here that navigate through all the pages. Okay, now the developer website went on to say that this distribution focuses on being a robust desktop experience with the addition of having a number of multimedia apps. And as you can see here, there is a lot of multimedia apps included in this. So great for you music artists out there who need a nice little distribution to work off of. You've already got Jack installed with this and a complement of other essential Linux softwares for creating your multimedia projects. For those of you who do desktop publishing, the LibreOffice suite is thrown in along with Aqualar for reading your documents. Okay, a standard complement of utilities, which comes with just about every Linux distribution out there, an archiver. You also have an ISO image writer with this. And the Neptune website went on to say that they do have a persistence creator and also the ISO image writer. Because this is ideal for USB pen drives and that sort of thing. So they included extra tools for that in this build. That's another unique item that makes Neptune unique in its own right. Okay, your standard complement of settings, and of course, nothing beats KDE in terms of customization. I'll open this up and come back to it in a moment. A handful of graphics tools for artists as well. You got the GIMP, you've got Inkscape, you've got a K-Color Chooser. I mean, you have a nice selection of things to get started with right here, ready to go. A handful of applications also comes included with this for the internet. You've got a web browser, a conversation or IM client for those of you who still do IMs. All right, a few games come included with this for those of you who just want to take a break while you're waiting on that video to render or whatnot. And then a handful of system tools come included with this as well. Since I'm a sucker for customization, I have to have a quick look to see what kind of options are thrown in here for maybe changing the appearance, customizing this, and making it your own. All right, wow, look at all of the different themes that this has with this. So there are a ton of themes that they have included in here if you're into dark themes like I am. Let's go ahead and apply this. It looks like they've got an elegant theme for this. Why don't we open up the file manager here and have a look and see how that, oh yes, I like this. So this has a beautiful look and feel to it. And so the developers went out of the way to pick a nice complement of themes so that you can customize this and make this your own. I'm going to restore the settings back to default because I am going to be covering this distribution on another brand soon. So I need to keep everything as pretty much vanilla as I can get it. Looks like some desktop themes are in here as well. More than other Plasma distributions I have seen. A nice complement of cursors and splash screens. Very nice. Okay, this is a well thought out distribution that I can see here. All of the other standard KDE system settings are included in here as well. And there are more utilities than I could possibly, that I have the time to actually cover all of these things. So exploration and, exploration is key on this. Look through the different menus and, find all of the really cool features. I could spend hours covering all the features that the KDE Plasma desktop is capable of. And I'm really loving how fast and responsive it is as well. So at any rate, there's a link in the description where you can visit the developer's website and download a copy of this and try it out for yourself if you think this is a distribution that would suit your needs.